It's a kids' Sunday fun day on Federal Street, just outside PNC Park. And how about those kids having a great time? It is so great to see them having that good time here at the ballpark. And nobody can accuse these folks of being up the creek without a paddle as they get ready to watch the Pittsburgh Pirates host the Houston Astros. Game 3 of this 3-game weekend set, the rubber game, and then the Milwaukee Brewers coming on into town. Steve Blass here along with Bob Walk on a Sunday afternoon. Bob, all good things last night. Sellout crowd. The Pirates were able to bust out. Everybody having a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a great game, and we've really played pretty well this year in front of the big crowds. And you know, it was obviously another great game last night with all those numbers, all that offense, all that hitting. It was great to see, and we were able to snap a losing streak and win the first one against the Astros. And all that offense, a lot of it was Lastings Millage, who has been doing it basically all year in situations like this in the first inning. You had 2 runners in scoring position, 2 outs, and he came through, maybe 1-run inning into a 3-run inning. And just a fantastic game from Lastings. He's been doing a great job really all year under some tough circumstances. He lost his starting job, but he kept his nose to the grindstone, and now he's back every day right fielder.
What a highlight film for Lastings Millage, but the warmth of the evening, I think, belonged to number 38, making his first Major League appearance.
Oh, I agree with you there, Steve. But really, he was the story of the game before the game even started. You got a guy who spent 8.5 years in the minor leagues right now, those buses, 30 years old. He finally gets to the big leagues and has a big game. As you see his dad there in the stands just loving it. Outstanding to see that not only did he play, but he got a great contribution.
Yep, and now the frosting on the cake. Of course, you have to have the traditional pie in the face. So that was last night. A whole lot of fun, but that was last night. Now today, the Pirates are going to face a real test. Roy Oswalt, great Houston Astro pitcher. You can see what he has done lately, with what he did against the Pirates, the one-hitter, and then the career wins. He's going to be tough.
Yeah, he's just one win short of leading that franchise in wins. It'll be a big one for him. And Paul Maholm going for the Pirates today. Paul has been up and down. You look at his numbers, last 4 starts, good, bad, good, bad. Let's hope for a good one.
Okay, that's the pitching matchup. We're counting down today's lineups and first pitch. Stay with us as the folks cool off on Federal Street and also in the water. Everybody having a good time, and we just hope it continues here with a win over the Houston Astros. Lineups, first pitch, next, right here on FSN. PNC Park on Pittsburgh's North Shore. Great setting for Sunday afternoon baseball. Take a look at Brad Mills' starting lineup for the Houston Astros, brought to you by Toyota. Bourgeois gets the start in center field. Michael Bourne not in there. Then it's Keppinger, Hunter Pence, Carlos Lee. Good numbers Oh, sorry, bad numbers against Paul Mulholland. Then it's Feliz, Chris Johnson, Angel Sanchez, Jason Castro, and the veteran right-hander Roy Oswalt on the mound for Houston.
Take a look at Paul's numbers. Overall, nothing horrible, but I'm sure he would like to have that ERA in the threes. And the reason it's not there, he's just been very inconsistent the last few starts.
Well, let's see who's backing him up this afternoon. Defensively for the Pirates, familiar names: Tabata, McCutcheon, Millers. Left to right in the outfield, and it's Alvarez, Cedeno, Neil Walker, Garrett Jones around the infield. Ryan Domit back at home plate for Paul Mulholland as he deals to Bourgeois. His first pitch downstairs, and we are underway. 86 degrees, beautiful afternoon here at PNC Park. Pirates need a win here to get their home record exactly even. They're 20-21. Bourgeois, quick two-hopper. Alvarez to Jones, and we are underway 5-3. That quick.
Well, Paul likes to work quick, that's for sure. If he is on and getting some outs, a lot of ground balls, and it could be a very quickly paced game because Oswald's the same type guy. He likes to get the ball, throw it. Let's go.
Stay tuned. Jeff Keppinger coming up, 283, 4 home runs, 34 RBIs, the former Pirate.
Keppinger trying to slow Paul down a little bit. Really took his time getting in the box.
But it won't take long as he pops it to right field. What, 2 pitches, 2 outs? How about that pace?
Paul, if you're Paul right now, you throw this next one right down the middle and say, I dare you.
Yeah, remember we talked last night about Ohlendorf, 2 quick outs and then the free pass to Berkman. But Berkman's not in the lineup. That's not all bad. They say, well, don't fall into that trap, but it's still nice to have him not in there. It is Hunter Pence in the number 3 spot as you take a look at his numbers.
Yeah, there's almost no way he can swing at the first pitch. There's Berkman sitting in the dugout. So, yeah, I mean, take advantage of that and go right ahead and get strike 1.
This could be that BP fastball. It was the BP fastball, but just missing.
And now Pence, he can take another one if he wants because he's got a pitch to work with now.
No stranger, Paul Mulholland, to the Astros. This is his 15th career start. This is again.
Breaking ball. Why? You've thrown 3 pitches, you got 2 outs. Why would you throw a 1-0 breaking ball?
That's a very legitimate question. 2-0 with Carlos Lee with those bad numbers against Mulholland in the on-deck circle. 8-5 career-wise for Paul against the Stros. There we go. .43 major league wins. There's his numbers against the Astros. 43-51 for Paul Mulholland. Former number 1 draft choice, first-round draft choice for the Pirates. Popped up foul, count even 2-2.
Or you can get those cold packs.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You did bring the fan with you today. That's a good thing. It's good thinking.
And we're in the shade too, so that's not bad. Probably be a little more comfortable if you're in the shade in the stands. That would be the ultimate, to have all that wind blowing around you. Nice cool breeze.
Just missing. Got a couple pitchers up here that would like to get that call.
Well, Paul wanted it.
And you will get a percentage of those.
He took a step and a half toward the dugout. He thought he was going to get strike 3.
They must be saying it missed inside. Well, that pop-up is playable.
Let's go hit.
And a nice, clean inning for Paul Mulholland. We are underway as the Astros go down 1-2-3. Pirates coming to bat. John Russell's starting lineup against Roy Oswalt, brought to you by Suzuki. Andrew McCutcheon, Jose Tabata, Neil Walker at the top. Garrett Jones in the cleanup spot. Pedro Alvarez, 12 games this month. 298, just barely under 300. He's done a nice job. His early at-bats. Domit, Millage, Cedeno, and Paul Mahallam. Oswalt deals a strike, and you'll see a lot of that from Roy Oswalt, making his 28th career start against the Pittsburgh Pirates, 15-7.
Oswalt's numbers on the year. Since he came into the league, there's only 2 pitchers that have won more games, Sabathia and Doc Holliday.
That's pretty good company.
And they're not like way out in front of him. He's won 143. They're like in the 145, 146 range like that. So, I mean, he has been kind of quietly one of the top handful of pitchers in all of baseball now for quite some time.
And he's old school too. I mean, just look at him. This is not some matinee idol out there, pretty boy. He is. He's got that look of a grinder. He looks like he's out there to work, not to have a whole lot of fun. He's out there to work. And he's done a lot of good work.
He's not a big imposing figure, but until just recently, I tell you, he'd go out there and overpower you. I mean, he could throw the ball 96 at times, 97. But now you're going to see him more in the low 90s. Doesn't mean he's any easier to hit.
That slider's just as good. He hasn't lost anything off that. And he hasn't lost anything off that 92-mile-an-hour fastball. In case Roy Oswalt needs any defense, he strikes out Andrew McCutcheon to get it started. Carlos Lee Bourgeois gets the start in center field. Pence around left to right. Then it's Johnson, Sanchez, Keppinger, Pedro Feliz gets the start in place of Lance Berkman at first, and Jason Castro for the veteran right-hander. Top it to 256. Home run, 8 RBIs. Popped up. This might be playable. In the Bermuda Triangle, but the right fielder, Hunter Pence, has time with the height and makes the catch. Okay, you want to know how difficult it is to work against Roy Oswalt? Check it out with the Pirate batters.
I think he did a really good job of just kind of keeping us on our toes, keeping us guessing, mixing pitches real well.
We're hoping we can either one be aggressive in the zone early on, or hope that he's a little erratic and we can get some good hitters counts.
Well, that gives you an idea. Hope that he can be a little erratic, because usually he's not going to beat himself very often.
No, another thing about him too, even if you get him in hitters counts, that doesn't mean you're getting fastballs. I mean, he'll throw anything he's got on any count. He doesn't care. He normally has that good of control.
And the one hitter against the Pirates last time out in Houston. That adds a little confidence to a guy that's already confident. He works against Neil. Here, Neil got the only hit. He's old school, that's for sure.
And Neil had the only hit came on a 3-2 pitch, but it wasn't a fastball. He had a 3-2 curveball that he lined into right field. So that's what I'm talking about. The count is irrelevant to Roy Oswalt. He'll throw whatever he feels like is the best pitch on any count.
Yep, that's confidence based on success. 0-2 now to the Pirate young second baseman. Sliced out of play down the left field line. You talked about him, one win away from the franchise record for wins for Houston. Joe Niekro holds that record, 144 wins. So Roy needs only one more.
And there's a lot of speculation that he could be traded in the next couple of weeks here. So I wonder if that's bearing on his mind, that he needs at least one more win and 2 to have that record.
Yeah, he would help anybody. He would help anybody. That's for sure.
You got to have deep pockets if you want him, though.
Yep.
He makes a pretty good point.
143 and 80. Great winning percentage. Well, he gets away from Castro. Take a look at our Barrel Automotive League leaders, all-time franchise leaders. That's pretty good company. Joe Niekro, Oswald Durker, Mike Scott, J.R. Richard. And you wonder why Nolan Ryan's name was not on that list. He didn't spend all that much time.
That long.
That's right. He would be there. Barrel Automotive, definitely worth a click. Routine, first base. Feliz takes care of it. 1-2-3 go the Pirates. Bottom of the first after 1 no score.
You by PNC. PNC for the achiever in us all. By Farrell Automotive. Farrell.com. Definitely worth the click. And by your Toyota dealer, where quality, dependability, and good MPG all come standard. Toyota, moving forward.
Carlos Lee leads it off for the Astros. Top of the second, he takes a strike from Paul Mulholland. It'll be Carlos Lee, Pedro Feliz, and Chris Johnson. Here in the top of the second inning, both pitchers making their statement in the first. 3 up, 3 down, both ways. Well, Bob, it'd be nice to carry some of that offense over to this afternoon. It just doesn't work that way, does it?
Nope, doesn't make any difference, does it?
They draw the drapes on that one, and it's over.
That's why you can't spend a lot of time thinking about a win or a loss. For that matter, you just got to turn the page, especially these day games after night games.
Short night, and
go home, go to sleep, come back. It's game's over. Starts all over again.
2-1 to Carlos. Well fouled away. And with that in mind, let's give a tip of the cap to all the folks that work around this ballpark, having to get it cleaned up after a sellout crowd, and then wait for the fireworks. So busy all night long, getting it ready for another good crowd. They do a great job here. They do.
Great again this morning. I know that had to be a difficult task, but the full house we had last night.
These guys never get any headlines, but they are here day and night, keeping this ballpark looking the way it does.
And of course, like you said, those fireworks, that kept everybody around a little longer.
Yeah. The city of Pittsburgh and all the people around it love their fireworks. And they get the great shows here. I'll tell you that the echoes off the buildings and the Zambelli folks, what a great job they do. It is a show every time they do it. Yeah, I hear some people groan, oh, another fireworks night at the ballpark. Well, yeah, a lot of people happen to like it a lot. There's your skyline. It looks good day or night. Popped up. Andrew measures it. Easy pickings. Pedro Feliz gets the start, as we said, in place of Lance Berkman. He starts at first base. Berkman, kind of the elder statesman now, so he'll get a day off here and there, especially on a Sunday afternoon.
Well, Feliz certainly didn't pan out the way they hoped he would.
Stay fair. It does. Talk about easy pickings. Ryan Domit with a play in front of him, giving some advice to Paul. Get over there, get over there. Yep. And the old theory, Bob, if the first baseman doesn't need the pitcher, leave him out of the equation. He is a pitcher. Take any play you can by yourself.
Yeah, I agree with that. And just, if you're the guy even covering the bag, it's like, hey, I don't want to have to try and catch the ball, find the bag, all that stuff. Just go ahead and do it yourself.
Especially you veteran Pirate fans, if you watch Bob Walk covering first base, and then the double play, throw to the second baseman to handcuff him. I've seen it. I've seen it a few times. He makes the pivot, dresses it up a little bit, having a little fun. Bounce it to short. Paul Mulhausen having some fun. 3 up, 3 down. Once again, Astros go quietly. No score after 1.5. And a half. Pirates come to bat. Garrett Jones takes a pitch upstairs from Roy.
Well, last night it was all about offense. Tonight, or this afternoon, I know it's just the bottom of the second, but still looks like both these pitchers are going to have it going.
This is a whole different look, isn't it? Oswald deals upstairs, but not too high. He gets 19 pitches in the first 2 innings, a little different than last night. What a difference a day makes. Last night, Ross Ollendorf, 46 pitches in an inning and a third. 42 pitches. And it was that kind of struggle early on for Ross.
Yeah, the club picked him up, though.
Yep. His team won. And that's kind of the way you have to look at those things.
Exactly.
2-1. Oswald has given up just 11 home runs. The ball has popped up. Mr. Sanchez takes charge, and he's got it. Yeah, let's check out our PNC achievement. Take a look at that chart. Carrasco, what a wonderful job. That kind of set the tone. Javier Lopez did get the win, but then it's Donnelly, Meek, Hanrahan, and Dotel. They're going to run the table. But the two hits after the second inning total for the Astros after they made really a lot of early noise. That's our PNC achievement, brought to you by PNC, the Achiever, and all of us.
Kind of remind me of an old TV show right there. Brady Bunch. The 2 rows of 3. Can't think of how the song used to go.
Let me make sure I get this right for the achievement and us all.
Oh.
Clean that up. Ouch! Off the body. And that's going to be a tough, painful base hit given up by Oswald. And he took a pretty good shot. Now, Roy Oswald, as we said, is old school. He'll probably wave any trainer that looks at him to stay in the dugout. But he got whacked there.
Yeah, let's see. It looks like a trainer is going to come out anyway. Oh, yeah, got him in the ankle. Now, if that was up on his thigh or something, you would say, okay. But on the ankle, I'll have to take a look at that.
Yeah, and I don't, if it got a lot of his shoe, that'll help. But if it didn't, just above the shoe, yeah. That he'll be feeling it now. He'll be feeling it more later on tonight and tomorrow.
Around that the inside ankle bone. What do you call those bones that stick out?
Ankle bones.
Ankle bones.
Yep. Connected to the shin bone. No surprise that he will stay on, at least for the time being. This ball's hit hard.
He was still looking for the ball even after it hit him. It wasn't like he was going down in pain. Look at him, he's searching all over, trying to figure out where it's at.
One out, one on here in the bottom of the second. That'll bring up Ryan Domet, the switch hitter, hitting .257. Hit well, gap shot. They're not going to get this one. Alvarez off to the races as Bourgeois chase it down. It doesn't bounce back to him, and they're going to send Alvarez. Here's the throw. Here's Alvarez, and he's in there. Pirates on the board here in the bottom of the first inning. A ringing double, RBI double for Ryan Domet to deep right center field.
Yeah, Domet in a 1-0 hitters count gave it a little bit of a ride and did get a nice bounce off that wall. Took Bourgeois just a little bit extra time to corral it. And I think when Tony Beasley saw that, he said, go ahead, we're going to score a run on this hit. Domet gets the RBI. It kind of kicks back towards center field, right there when it hits. Not really off the wall, but it hit soft and kicked left.
It's a long trip for Pedro. He doesn't run all that well, but he gets all the way around, and the Pirates score first.
Bourgeois overran the ball just enough that Alvarez could score, even though there was just one out.
Base hit. Ryan has to hesitate, but the ball's in between everybody. He's going to score comfortably, and the Pirates that quickly break out to a nothing. Drillage, yep.
Runner in scoring position. What's he do? He bangs out a single, knocks him in.
Have yourself some fun, Lastings. And this ball hit sharply enough where Sanchez couldn't get it to it. If it hit softer, he might be able to cut it off, but gets on through and makes it easy for Ryan to come in.
A little hesitation there by Domet that you talked about because there's only one out. But it split the outfielder, so he had time to score without a play.
This young man is on a tear, isn't he? Ronnie Cedeno wanting to get in on the act. Two quick runs in here in the bottom of the second. Pop up to short, single, double, single, 2 runs. That's being efficient. Swing and a miss, and the Buccos are on the board, and Safe Auto Insurance reminds you that you are safe at home with Safe Auto, proudly supporting the Obadiah Cole Foundation for Prostate Cancer. Screening and awareness, early detection is a cure. 2-0 Bucks here in the bottom of the second. There he goes. Runner going. Ball hits slicing away from Pence and over his head. Over his head, and now Millage will be held up because he had to make sure that that ball was going to drop. Pence kind of went over. Might have misplayed a little bit, cutting straight across instead of creating the angle.
Yeah, I think he took a bad route to that ball. Didn't think it was hit that hard. I believe that he just got a little bit of a surprise there that Cedeno can do that. We've seen him do it. We know that he's got pop in that bat, even though he's not very big. You know, when you watch him during batting practice, he hit the ball as far as just about anybody, and he proves it right here. Pence, look, he angles in at first, and now he has to go back. Too late. Ball gets over his head. And even though Millage was running, he did hold up a little bit at second base. He thought he might have to hustle back to first. Watch Millage, there he goes on the steal, gets to second base, throws on the brakes, looks around, finds the ball, knows that he can go on over into the third. Probably would have wanted to be looking at Beasley instead of finding the ball himself, though, to be honest with you.
Because he turned all the way around.
Yeah, when he heard the crack of the bat, at that moment he should have looked at Tony, and Tony would have told him where the ball was.
Paul Mulholland needs to find a way to put the ball in play. And Oswalt will step off. Got a couple Mississippi natives going at it right here. Oswalt and Mulholland, both from Mississippi.
And Miller's not sure where the ball was, but as I said, crack of the bat, you know it's in play. Take a look at your third base coach. I mean, he'll be yelling for you to get back. He'll be pointing to the outfield to give you an idea where it's at. He'll be telling you to come on. He'll be giving you some kind of information that you need.
Oswalt gets the call. Yeah, when you think about the angle that Tony has, he's kind of looking right across past Millage to Pence, so he's got the whole screen in front of him, offense and defense. Protect that plate, Paul. Try to make some kind of contact.
Is it right there when he's stealing? It's not a hit and run, so he's not supposed to be looking at the hitter. But at the same time, even though you're stealing, you can hear the crack of the bat just like everybody else, and you know the ball's been put in play. At that point, he needed to look at Beasley, because the crack of the bat means the steal is off now. Catcher doesn't have the ball, so you got to figure out where it's at. And down goes Paul. That could be a big strikeout. Unable to get the ball put in play.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Roy Oswalt is thinking. I've got the pitcher up there. I'm going to strike him out. I mean, he's done it 1,000 times to possibly minimize the damage. This run at him after one out has quieted down with that strikeout, and now a big at bat for Andrew McCutchen and Roy Oswalt.
Yeah, this is kind of like a similar at bat that Millage had in the first inning yesterday. You could make a decent inning into a great inning with a 2-out single. We had scored 1 run in the bottom of the first. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. Millage came up there and made a 1-run inning, a 3-run inning. And McCutchen right now can make this 2-run inning a 4-run inning, and that would be really sweet with Roy O on the mound.
Oswalt reaching back, trying to get a little more on the fastball, and leaves it upstairs.
But you don't expect to score a lot of runs off Oswalt, so if you get a 4 spot early, I mean that you got things going your way.
Yeah. Against these kind of guys, you got to max out your opportunities for sure. 'Nice to see the Bucks out in front, because lately they've been struggling. The other teams have been scoring in the first inning or early in the ball game, forcing the Pirates to play catch-up baseball. Their record much better when they jump out in front.
Yes, it is.
Two and one to Andrew. Stay fair, but it's not gonna. Got us begging here in the bottom of the second inning. Well, that is what you call quick offense. The pop up, first out, and then bang, 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 bang. Single, double, single, double. 2 runs still in business. Runners on second and third. Good start for the folks. A lot of fun outside on Federal Street for the kids, and everybody hoping to continue the fun inside the building. 2-2. Fouled away, staying alive.
Good one to hit, though. It looked like a hanging slider, didn't it?
Yeah, that's one of those pitches, Bob, where I think both parties might want it back. Andrew would want it back. Oswalt might want it back.
He want to throw it again. I mean, that ball, look at that. That's a slider, belt high, middle of the plate. Great pitch to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that Andrew would love to take another shot at that.
We'll do it again. 2-2, 2 outs, 2 on, 2 in. He gets him. High fastball, leaves the runners in scoring position, but the Pirates break out on top 2-0 after 2. largest selection of official gear, including the latest apparel, nostalgic memorabilia, and authentic classics for the whole family. Get your gear from the official source, the Pirates.com shop. Accept no substitutes. Paul Mulholland's been just fine. 6 up, 6 down. He'll work to Angel Sanchez. Astros shortstop here in the top of the third. Ball missing downstairs. Equal distribution for Paul. 3 fly ball outs, 3 ground ball outs. And he'd like to swing that a little bit toward the ground balls, but so far so good.
I mean, most of the time I think he does. Keep the ball down. You get all these right-hand hitters up there, and if they try to pull him, whoever's at third and short get a lot of work.
Sanchez fairly new to the Astros, just his 30th at bat. He's been up and down. AAA Round Rock. Sounds like something out of Blazing Saddles. Pitch misses inside. I don't know if guys still do this, but if I were a member of the rotation with Paul Mulholland during that inning, I would just go over and say, "Hey, Paul," pat him on the back, said, "Well, there's your 2 runs. Go get them, big boy."
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You never know if you're going to get more. It seemed like Oswald said, "All right, that's enough. It's over." And strikes out Mulholland and McCutcheon. Very good outing for Paul Mulholland just before the All-Star break at Milwaukee. 7 innings, just 3 hits given up, a couple of runs, but the Brewers came back and won that in extra innings. Count goes full to Sanchez. Another thing you like to do with your starting pitcher, have him put up a 0 after his team scores. That's what Paul Mulholland would like to do now. Let that 2-0 number hang up there for a while.
You got the momentum going for you. Keep it going that way.
Base hit, first base runner for the Astros. Trying to throw a strike, through the strike, ground ball, not at anybody.
Well, you hate it too when you use 6 pitches on one guy and then you don't get him out. It's all about pitch count nowadays in today's modern game, and I would think a starter's got to be thinking about that a lot. That I just threw 6 pitches of my allotment that I'm going to get for the day, right? 5% of them I didn't get an out. If you're going to go full count, you want to at least get an out.
Jason Castro, Astros catcher. And kind of gets the late strike call from home plate umpire Vic Carapazza. Working the dish this afternoon in this heat. Pop to left. Talbot to give him some ground. Comfortably getting that one down here in the top of the 3rd inning.
I see that was a nice quick out there. That gets things back together. I mean, if I was pitching nowadays, I would really be thinking about that. I'm sure you would too, because you like to go deep in ball games, and it's what it's all about.
Yep. You're right. In this day and age, you've got to be conscious of it because you're not going to get around, or you're not going to be around long.
But Paul is averaging just a little under 100. I think 96 pitches this year, and that's probably about what most guys do. So if you want to go deep in the ball games,
throw to second, 1, back to first, double play. The bunt not accomplished, and the Pirates get the double play.
Yeah, nice job by Doman. He jumped on it quick. The ball never left the batter's box. Watch it. It's still in the batter's box there when he picks it up.
Yep. Good job. 2-0 Pirates as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. All right, back to PNC Park. We'll go to the bottom of the third inning. Pirates leading it 2-0. Oswald on the mound. He's going to work to Jose Tabata. Nice work for the Pirates. Turn that double play. 2-6-4. I'm assuming it's 2-6-4.
Yeah, well, what I liked about that play, Doma got on it quick, because that ball, you could see, was in the corner of the batter's box. And there's just a little spot there in the corner that's in fair territory of that batter's box. And when it's hit that easy, it could spin and come back foul. So the catcher, there's an out. Actually, in that case, there's 2 outs waiting for you to grab. But you got to do it quick. Sometimes, you know, if you hesitate just a second, now that ball's going to roll back a little bit, and the moment's gone.
Yeah, like going out to the hen house and picking up that egg.
That's right. Get it early.
Bouncer to second. One down here in the third. Also, he still had Oswalt kind of still hanging around there. So there's a little traffic, and everything was clean. Well, that's the bonus, isn't it? You get a guy that's going to give you 1 out, but then it turns into 2 outs. That's a great feel. Neil Walker bounced out to Feliz, first time up. Astros in with just 1 hit. The Pirates have picked up 4 hits. They're all bunched together in that 2-run second inning. They were great with runners in scoring position last night, too. Not too many wasted at bats when they had opportunities.
Yeah, I think that was the most hits they've had in about 5 years with runners in scoring position.
And by the way, once again, we're working without our play-by-play buddy Tim Nevert, who's feeling much better. He's going to be on the scene back to work tomorrow, so that's good news. And I've enjoyed it, Robert, but let's get the pro back in here. Base hit by Neal.
Well, you got business tomorrow anyway, don't you?
Yeah, we've got our alumni charity golf tournament out at South Hills. Great turnout once again. Thank everybody for helping support all of us that have our own little individual charities, and that's where our money in that event goes to. A lot of different directions because of personal involvement by members of the Pirate alumni. So we look forward to that. And so we'll have Rock back tomorrow night. I'm going to do some MC duties and all that kind of thing after the event. So it's a good time, and it's great to see Tim feeling good, and he'll be back in harness. Garrett Jones popped out to short his first time up.
Now we got it going our way here. Let's keep it going. And a runner on base, just 1 out.
And you know, you talk about opportunities against Oswald. These are kind of opportunities. Maybe 1 pitch, a mistake, you can get 2 quick runs. Get the ball over the fence.
Yeah, you got Alvarez on deck, who hit the ball very sharply last time up. Smoked 1 hopper right off the ankle of Oswald.
And a couple of left-hand threats. Oh, he wanted that one. That was the cut he wanted to go down the river with.
Took that ball just inside, just enough. Yep, right in there on his hands. It's so much more about location than it is stuff. I mean, there are some guys around the league that just have the raw, great arms that just overpower everybody.
But they're rare.
Yeah, it's about where you're throwing the ball.
And then he goes soft for the strikeout. You know, time to check out This Day in Pirates History, brought to you by our friends at Day Automotive. Ralph Kiner drives in 7, 3 home runs, 10th career grand slam. Well, they beat up on the Dodgers, edging them out 13-12.
That was a long day, a lot of running around the bases for Ralph. He probably had to rehydrate. Huh?
Yeah, This Day in Pirate History, brought to you by
Day Automotive.
Day Automotive. Thank you, Robert. Yep, the sculpture, the hands of one of the Pirates' great home run hitters, Ralph Kiner. Hall of Famer, Ralph Kiner. Alvarez behind in the count, 0-1. He's capable of getting you a couple quick ones, too.
Yeah, that's what I think I'm really looking forward to these last couple months of the season, is And Pedro is, I'm sure he's going to start getting more and more, good swings, good home run type swings at the different pitchers he sees once he starts learning how they're pitching him. And so the ball's going to be going over the fence a little bit more often.
Yeah, like that.
Exactly.
Way back there, but they're going to corral it. Do they hold on? And they do make the catch. I don't even know who made the catch, but they catch the ball. And that one had a chance, but to the deep part of right center field, I thought he got enough of it.
Well, at least they were a little confused out there. I thought they were going to maybe run into each other, have the ball come loose, we get a run out of it. But it was Pence that made the catch.
And a good catch it was, but the Pirates still up 2-0.
I thought that Alvarez ball was going to land. Whoops. I thought it was going to land right in between those two boats.
Yeah, I did too. The push bunt. Paul gets it on the backhand, and then it's easy over to Garrett Jones. Here's the home run. We thought it was a home run. I mean, it had the look, it had the sound.
The crowd went crazy, and it just got up there and died. But Pence normally playing out there with Bourne. Yeah, I thought that ball was right about there. Great sound, good power hitter. Thought he's going to hit some, I think, in that river.
Oh yeah, he is. Well, I certainly thought it was gone. Now I know what these guys go through when the ball's hit like that, and I made the commitment. I thought it was out of here, but I think a few thousand people thought that one was out. Quickly to second base, and once again, Paul Mulholland very efficient. 4-3, 2 quick outs here in the top of the fourth. There you have it, folks. You can make of that what you want. They're having a good time here at the ballpark.
Yeah.
There's ZZ Top, Dusty Hill in the green outfit for
There's Rocky.
St. Patty's Day.
See Rocky there on the left?
Yeah, oh yeah, Balboa.
Yeah.
That is, yeah, he got the gloves.
Jeremiah Johnson.
That's the mascot for Notre Dame. And then Jimmy Buffett. Yeah.
Got them all.
They're having a good old time here at the yard, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. That's what you're supposed to do on a Sunday afternoon. That's a good time. Just as long as it's kind of cool. You don't wear any costume that's going to be smoking hot.
Well, that's
that would be a big mistake.
I made that mistake 4th of July a couple of years ago, wearing my gorilla suit with a feather boa, nice pink feather boa.
See, now that's a mistake there. the feather boa and wearing that hat on a day like this.
Now, there. Come to the ballpark prepared. Got the fan.
Do you ever see those hats that have the built-in fan and the little solar power thing on
Greg
top?
Brown's got one of those from Brooks Brothers. Not Brookstone. Brooks Brothers. Always stylish shopper. Yep, right there.
Always got to be different than everybody else.
Well, stylish. You know, he's a trendsetter.
Yeah. Old school fan. And new guy fan.
I think he just took it off the shelf. Line foul.
Foul potato. Oh,
he's toying with us now. He's toying with us. Going to share it with John. Okay, you want to play hard?
You want to play hardball with the fan? We'll play hardball with the fan.
Yeah, check out Robert's equipment. Line drive, Garrett Jones.
Very good.
That quickly. 3 up, 3 down, top of the 4th. 9 pitches for Paul Mahallam. He remains very efficient. 2-0 Bucks. And you want to go man-to-man with a fan, play-by-play guy? Let me spin that out.
I think Brownie's going to have a little fan envy when he sees that. Look at that thing. Now that's a fan.
You want to go man-to-man, Mr. Play-by-play? That's right. That's what we're talking about. Well hit. And in play. Fan interference is called by first base umpire John Hirschbeck as Ryan Domit, talk about having a couple of good at-bats, ripped it and just misses the home run.
You can see that it's going to be awfully close. The fan definitely is reaching down.
Yeah, that ball is not going to clear that top railing.
No.
That top pipe.
No, there won't be any kind of an argument. That was pretty plain.
Ryan thinks he might have got enough.
Yeah, but see, he's not even like, he knows. You could see the fan reach over the railing and try to make the catch.
Yep. That top railing, that's the one that's got to clear.
It's got a little yellow paint on it so that the umpires can see it a little bit better. There it is.
Well, here's Mr. Millage again.
Right along there.
Looking to kind of push that ball on the right side and move Domit. I thought there's 2 at-bats for Ryan Domit. Pirates with 2 runs on 6 hits now. Astros no runs on just one hit. Pirates trying to add on. And Oswalt out in front of Lasting's 0-2.
Well, Lasting's in yesterday's ball game had 2 strikes and still got the job done on a ball that was way out of the strike zone. Was able to poke it over toward Keppinger and move that runner into third. I think it was out. It might have been Alvarez yesterday.
Just a little tap over there. That's all you have to do.
So he's committed to it.
And Oswalt is staying out there. Now you wonder if at some point Roy's going to come up and in to try to stop him from diving out there. I mean, if you're a pitcher and he's been around long enough, if you see enough of that, you're going to straighten somebody up.
I think the hardest pitch to hit that way is kind of down and in. And sometimes if it's up and in on your hands, you can kind of push it off you.
Base running mistake. Oswalt, just a matter of time. And
Domet did a great job, though. Once he gets caught off, once it's a ball back to the pitcher, then now my job is to stay in a rundown and let Millage get to second base. And he did that. So what do you have? You have the same thing
that you would have
had
if he holds.
If you hadn't got picked off. Well, actually, it's better because now you have more speed at second. Excellent job. That's really a.
Sometimes you get caught leaning. You can't.
It's impressive that Domet is able to really get in that kind of a rundown pickle. He's not the fastest guy on the team, but he's survived plenty long for Millage to get to second base. Good job.
Yep. And you heard Carlos Garcia hollering to Millage, go, 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 go,
oh,
go,
yeah.
go. So he knows what his responsibility is.
And you can't be frustrated as a hitter and take your time getting out of the box just because you hit one back to the pitcher. You got to be on the move from the first step so you can get to second base, because that guy he's trying to buy time for you. You got to get going. Of course, with Millage, that's never a problem. He runs hard no matter what.
Have you ever seen a real slick infield on that play? They'll get that rundown going. They see Millage coming over. They'll get him out and still get Domet out going to third base. I mean, I've seen it done. It's rare.
I've seen it, but you're talking about 2 guys that played with each other a long time, know what they're doing out there in the middle infield.
Exactly.
They'll turn that into a double play.
Yep. It is rare, but that is some kind of defense. Yeah, that's familiarity.
I've also seen guys try that and get nobody.
Yep.
It really turns into a Chinese.
Or winds up being a rundown between first and second. The guy gets over to third.
Yeah, that turns into a Chinese fire drill. People are running all over the place, balls flying around.
Yep. So 1 down now, Millage in scoring position.
You know that fake to third, throw to first thing? That's really popular nowadays, but it used to be no one ever did it. I did it all the time for some reason. It was like something that I thought was really cool. In all my time of playing in the major leagues, 14 parts of 14 years, I picked 2 guys off first base doing that. Both times the runner at third scored. So,
your intentions were good.
Yeah, real good play I had. You'd get that rundown in between first and second, and then a fast runner at third be off. Boom, he'd take off. And I think even at least one of those times, then the throw went home late. We didn't get anybody out. Now there's runner at second.
And you did such a good job at the beginning.
Yeah, but you can really outsmart yourself in this game.
Yeah. Who's Mike Fetters? Remember Mike Fetters? We had that. He had a lot of success with that move. He used to call it the zip code or area code move or something.
You keep it simple, keep it basic, and execute. Just the basic stuff, and that'll do well for you most of the time. I mean, all the time. When it comes to a 6-month season, that'll win a lot more games for you just doing that than trying the tricky stuff.
Payoff pitch, chop foul. Yeah, good, solid, unspectacular stuff will win out over the glamour.
Over the long run.
Yeah. But it is neat when you have some of that glamour.
Yeah, if somebody pulls off something like that, it's great. But it's the rare type of players that are that skilled and that gifted upstairs, smart to know when to try something like that and when not to.
Line drive, base hit. But out to left field, and they're going to wave the runner in. Here comes Milich. Here comes the throw, and it's in time, and they get him at home plate.
I'm not sure what that was all about with just one out. Ball was hit hard, a one hopper right to Lee. Lee, obviously not the Gold Glove route in left field, but still, if he makes a decent throw, Milich is going to be out, and it certainly was a decent throw. Look how hard that ball's hit. One hop, waist high, right to Lee. Lee's got the ball in the glove, and Milich is still 2 steps from third.
Yep.
Now, with 2 outs, you got to rescind him every time. But now, with 1 out, you got first and third and 1 out.
And even if you got the pitcher up, you got that out to work with. You got the out to work with.
Okay, I agree that I wasn't thinking about Maholm coming up. There is a little gray area there, but
still just 1 out.
Yeah, I know that people will argue that with the pitcher up, but what the heck? Even if the pitcher strikes out, now you got McCutchen up with a runner at third, and I like those odds better than scoring on that play.
Yeah, this ball was hit right on the button and got to Lee very quickly.
No. Lee couldn't quite see in that play, but McCutchen or Milich is not to third base when Lee has the ball by at least, I think, 2 steps. But I do agree with you. The pitcher coming up, that makes an argument for trying to score him. Not that I agree with that argument, but there is one there.
Yep. Because Maholm represents the second out, that puts him within 1 out of getting out the whole thing. And it's still got to be a throw, even though it's early. It's still got to be on the line. Still, and he did it. So you give Carlos Lee some credit, who's not known for his defense. So that takes care of that particular opportunity. The leadoff double is by the boards, but the Pirates still lead it 2-0.
Rethink possible. And by Day Automotive, we're going to make your day.
This kind of day is made for baseball and cooling off. That's cool. Eric Kratz enjoying the afternoon off after his Major League debut. The AT&T trivia question prior to Eric Kratz last night. Who was the last Pirate rookie to get his first career Major League hit, RBI, and run in his MLB debut? Prior to Eric Kratz. AT&T trivia. Carlos Lee.
I don't know, but Kratz was definitely in the center of things last night.
Yeah, yes he was. Bounced back off Paul, but they still got a chance. 1, 4, 3. You don't always get that lucky bounce, but Paul Maholm gets it. 1 out here in the 5th.
There it is again.
Paul is this mixed emotions, upset and now happy.
Not happy. Yeah.
Plenty of time. Oh, Mulholland is dealing. Very quickly to Pedro Feliz, and Paul Mulholland working here in the 5th inning on a one-hit shutout. Just 41 pitches. This is number 42, and it's in for a strike. 0-2. You know, it can change in a minute, but every once in a while you see a pitcher that's in complete control of a ball game. That's where Paul is right now.
Look at those pitch counts. It's outstanding. Now, on an afternoon, day game, that's what you don't want to be. A lot of strikeouts, and all that stuff. Just throw strikes, let them put the ball in play, and get outs.
These guys know that in back of them. Not that they're going to be any bouncier, but they've got to be ready because the ball's going to be put in play. As it is to Ronnie Cedeno. Comfortable, 2 hops. Nice stuff. Chris Johnson, third baseman for the Astros. He, like most of the other Astros, Ofer, bounced out to short his first time. Sanchez with the only base hit, ground ball up the middle. He's in the on-deck circle. Pop to right. Milic sliding over and back, getting ground, but is able to get the glove around it. And 7 pitches.
1 pitch out.
Paul Mulholland is dealing on a Sunday afternoon. He's lazing on a Sunday afternoon. 2-0 Bucks. PNC Park. Don't miss the next T-shirt Thursday of the season as your Buccos battle the Brewers. This coming Thursday at 7:05. All fans receive a Pirates T-shirt at the gates, courtesy of LaRoche College. For tickets, visit pirates.com/T-shirt.
How about that shirt too? Look at that. To get the pirate ship on there.
The good ship pirate. Got to get one with the name Corsairs. They used to call the Pirates the Corsairs. Also, that was another name for the Buccos. Chris Sampson coming on. I'm assuming that Roy Oswalt left because he took that shot off the ankle. He will not continue.
Probably inside, getting that ice down. I'll show you that shot that he took off the bat of Pedro Alvarez, a one hopper, and that ball was hit very hard.
Yep. And there's no protection. That's bone down around the ankle. A lot of bones in the foot around the ankle area. So Roy Oswalt is on the hook. He goes 4 innings, giving up 2 runs on 7 hits, didn't walk a batter. He very seldom does, struck out 5. Sampson comes on, and talking last night about Chris Sampson, I think the Pirates touched him up a little bit last night. They had good luck against most Astro pitchers, but starting his career against the Pirates, had gone something like 23, 25 innings without giving them an earned run. So he comes on here to work in the bottom of the 5th, and he'll face Andrew McCutchen.
Right up at the top of the lineup. Andrew will get things started for us.
Bounce to second. Keppinger positioned perfectly. One quick out here in the bottom of the 5th. Okay, time to answer today's AT&T Mobility Trivia question. AT&T, we think possible. Eric Kratz was the last Pirate rookie to get his first career MLB hit, RBI, run, all that stuff. The center of attention, you mentioned. You gave the clue.
The center fielder, Andrew McCutchen. Now that's a nice set. 2 for 4 RBIs, 3 runs. Beautifully done.
Jose Tabata, 0 for 2 on the afternoon, takes a strike.
Boy, he and Garrett Jones last year coming up. When's the last time we've had a couple of rookies contribute the way those 2 guys did last year?
Line drive. Takes care of that 0 for 2 quickly into a 1 for 3 for Jose Tabata. Now, I'm making a prediction here, Robert, that he's going to try for stolen base. He's got that feel. I don't know why. He's been successful 8 out of 12 attempts. Pirates not doing much offensively this afternoon. He squeeze out another run to help Paul Maholm down the road.
Going out on a limb here, huh?
Yep. Talking last night, Castro in limited action has done a good job against base stealers. He's like 6 out of 9. Very good percentage. And Walker. 1 for 2 on the afternoon.
Tabata not a real big lead that time. Just feeling things out. Again, he's not way out there. He's rather conservative. See if he moves it out any further. Nope.
Quickly behind 0-2 in the count. I told you about Eric Kratz and what an all-around evening he had making his major league debut after 9 years in the minor leagues. He's married, he's got a family, living on minor league salaries for all those years.
You know what I thought was neat too is his post-game interview. He kept talking about how great it was a night for the team. Good call,
swinging a strikeout. Throw him out? No. Stolen base for Jose Tabata.
Sanchez took a hit. I don't know if it was the ball or ball was in the dirt.
Talk about not much protection up around the
face. Is it going to hit off Tabata? Oh yeah, it came off Tabata's leg and then came up and hit him in the side of the head.
So the batted ball doing some physical damage to the Astros this afternoon. Yep.
You know, a good throw. They might have actually had Tabata. The ball hit Tabata. It looked like his left knee went right up and hit Sanchez in the head.
You're right. Good throw.
Yeah, good throw.
They're on the money.
He was going to be out.
That's always risky when you're a shortstop and you've got to reach over toward first base. You're looking for a ball and you're completely vulnerable to that guy sliding in there. On we go.
I was telling him to hit me in the knee first.
Yeah, a lot of consolation there, yeah. And the Pirates with another chance to add on.
Good, I'm fine then. I was hit you first.
Upstairs. That's another one of those funny kind of things now that we know he's all right. Everybody will gather around there, and Sanchez has a problem, so you'll ask the umpire, you okay? You'll ask the runner, you okay? You'll ask everybody if they're okay except the guy that got hurt. There used to be a lot of that going around. Pitch in for a strike. 1-1 as we play here in the bottom of the fifth inning. The Pirates with a 2 spot, quickly done in the bottom of the second, and that has been the offense. 2-0. As the Pirates with another opportunity here in the bottom of the fifth.
Cash it in.
Top of that second base.
We've had some opportunities since we put up those 2 runs, and not great opportunities, but still.
Well hit. This one's got a chance.
Come on, baby.
But now Pence lost it. He lost it, but Garrett Jones loses it. Loses it up over the National League scoreboard. Garrett Jones with home run number 12. That's some quick offense for you. And that ball had some serious carry. And it's so funny, Bob, because I thought he had enough of it when I was watching Pence. He never moved. I said, oh, my goodness, we made another mistake. But that ball had a lot of travel on it.
Yeah, he did. And I was talking earlier about Alvarez and how we'd like to have maybe, 13, 14, 15 home runs, something like that by the end of the year out of him. I'd love to see, Jones get hot. Something close maybe to what he did last year. If he could hit another dozen home runs before the end of the year, that would be fantastic. Because we saw it last season. He's got that kind of juice in the bat. He's got that power.
Yeah, over 20 in part of a season.
It was 21 and basically half a year. And doing it with a runner on base. That's kind of nice.
Absolutely.
That's been something
that's the first
bugaboo with us.
First multi-run home run since like 14 BC. Now that might be a little exaggeration, but you get the idea. Well, I was watching Pence, so I never had a chance to try out my new home run call. Hit it deep,
you did.
It's a home run.
You did it on Pedro's.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. You're right. You're right.
You meant to say it was the first time to do your home run call on a home run.
Really. I tried one thing on a replay with Greg one night. He didn't like it. I said, remember the old Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid when they blew up the train? Think you used enough dynamite there, Butch?
Yeah.
Greg didn't like that. So, yeah. Well hit to center field. Bourgeois going back, and he tracks that one down. Nice running catch with the Pirates. Some more quick offense. They add 2 more here in the bottom of the fifth. We'll go to the top of the 6th inning with a 4-0 lead as you take a look at Garrett Jones going deep. His 12th of the season. He's got an idea it's gone.
Pittsburgh is brought to you by Meadows Racetrack and Casino.
Welcome back. Pirates tack on 2 in the bottom of the 5th. They lead it 4-0 behind Paul Mulholland, who has been brilliant. He delivers a first pitch strike to Angel Sanchez, the only Astro batter to reach base. One base runner so far. It is this man at home plate. I think Paul might still be in the upper 40s for a pitch count, somewhere in that neighborhood, maybe 50. He works here in the 6th inning. This will be pitch number 47 coming up. Good stuff. Ball and a strike. 2 balls and a strike.
I'm trying to think of 3. I can only think of, off the top of my head, 2 3-ball counts. Pence in that first inning, and then Sanchez, I think, at a
payoff pitch.
Yeah, 3-2 pitch. They got his base hit off of.
He's in a hitter's count now and blisters it out to left field. So he's having no trouble with Paul. He's 2 for 2 as you had a look at Wilton Lopez warming up in the Astros bullpen. What do you love to see after you use 6 men out of your bullpen the night before a start like this?
Yep. 6 men 2 nights in a row, hasn't it?
7 and then 6, I think. 6 and 7. Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, a bunch.
Yeah. That's all right. We're not doing numbers up here. We just say a lot. But yeah, this is right on time. Let the bullpen get back to where they need to be. They were well rested a couple of days ago, but they had to do a lot of work. Give them a day off.
Now you got a catcher up here now, perfect double play candidate. Boy, would this be a huge thing if Paul could get a ground ball right here. Astros are going to be going to a pinch hitter. Jason Michaels currently in the on-deck circle. There's the ground ball. Should be. And it is. How nice is that? How timely is that?
Yeah, and what those double plays do. Again, we keep talking about, wanting Paul to go deep in this ball game. Give the bullpen the day off. Pitch count stays very low.
Still right around 50, and this could be a 6th inning with less than 50 pitches.
Cedeno and Walker getting more and more experience with each other.
Jason Michaels, who saw him last night, former Pirate, hitting for Sampson. Take pitch upstairs, 2-0.
.53 pitches so far. Where is that? It's almost not worth bringing up. 53 pitches.
Yeah, there's your number again.
That's nothing. I mean, that's.
Yeah. It's a non-issue. Nice looking numbers.
He's out on this one. Hasn't gone over 10 pitches yet. Oh, I thought that was going to be over.
You're looking for that pop-up.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a pop-up over in foul territory. Thought maybe Jones would be able to snag it.
Just hearing in the background now from Jimmy T, Pirates PR director, that Oswald did indeed leave with a left ankle contusion.
I'm sure there was a few people that would jump to conclusions and think that maybe he got traded because
it happens.
Situation, yeah.
Those trades that are consummated during the course of a ball game, they'll yank. Remember Steve Buechele, third baseman for the Pirates, way back, yanked out of a game in Cincinnati. During the game, they took him off the field.
Yeah, you can't afford to have that guy get hurt. Once you've made that trade, you get him out of there.
better leaving a game with a left ankle contusion than right arm confusion. I've left games
if you're a pitcher, that's for sure.
I've left games with a right arm confusion. Little flare to Neil Walker. He's positioned perfectly, and Paul Mulholland keeps it going. Another 0 up on the board. The Pirates maintain their 4-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th.
We're going to see that play where Millage got thrown out at the plate, and watch, Lee's got the ball right now, and look how far Millage is even from third base. It was really kind of a tough thing. I thought it was 2 steps. It was more like 4 or 5. And Castro puts on the tag. That's today's Freeze Cam, brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Wow, what a delivery. Nicely done, Freeze Cam. Excellent.
Head to the mountains, especially when they turn blue.
You're all over it. Simple as that. Wilton Lopez coming on to work here in the bottom of the 6th so far. All Pittsburgh Pirates, but there's still work to be done. Oswalt went the first 4, giving up 2 runs on 7 hits, 5 strikeouts. Sampson an inning, giving up a couple. And those that Roy left the game with a left ankle bruise.
About 3 innings away from the Coors Light.
Blue Mountains. Popped up. Ryan Doumit just barely missing that ball.
Way up there.
Vance waits for it to come down, and Ryan Doumit has seen the baseball very well in 3 at-bats. 2 ringing doubles, and now this ball that he just got under. That ball could have gone a long way.
Well, Doumit, really like most hitters, is very streaky. He looks like he might be coming in one of them hot streaks where you can really kind of ride him for a little bit. Not only does he get a lot of hits, he's an extra base
he can
machine.
move the ball.
He can hit doubles and get the ball over the fence for you.
The first 2 at-bats, I mean, he just laced the ball. Right field, double, and now the fly ball to right. Lastings Millage, he's been very busy again this afternoon.
Whoa.
Right back through the middle. Stay hot. What Lloyd McClendon used to say in Fuego, on fire. Okay, you can collect the final canvas photo wrap in the series of 3 this Friday when the Bucks take on the Padres at 7:05. All fans receive a PNC Park canvas photo wrap courtesy of Trip Total Media. For tickets, visit pirates.com. Some nice looking pieces there. Got the whole set. Line, Pence over. Can't get it. Can't hold on to it. The ball's on the ground. And there goes Cedeno into second base. And he has stung the ball all 3 times. And he is 3 for 3. A double underneath the body of Hunter Pence. And he has had Some interesting work out there in right field. Lost the Jones home run, and this time got to the ball. Looked like he had it for a moment, and then it wound up laying on the grass.
Yeah, just going to end up knocking it down, get the dive. He's got a double play if he comes up and makes the catch, because Lastings had already made up his mind it wasn't going to be caught. He was off and running. It came right off his thumb. He looks in the glove. No, it's not in there. It's behind you.
And what's gotten into Ronnie Cedeno? He's stinging the ball.
Let's hope it's going to stay a while.
Paul Mulholland, one more chance. He's had a chance in each of his at-bats. He struck out the first two. Grounded to second. Nothing going to happen there as Keppinger positioned right there. Ball stung the ball, hit it hard.
That's all you can do in that situation. The infield is in, one out.
Paul has been up to the plate 3 times with a whole bunch of runners. But don't let it get to you, Paul. You're doing fine when you pick up the glove. Don't worry about the bat. How about the work out of the 7 and 8 hole for the Pirates? 5 out of 6 between Millage and Cedeno. And you can't say a base hit's going to put this ball game away, but it could be huge in that direction. 4-0. Bounced wide of Keppinger. Yeah, there's the base hit. 1 run is in. 2 runs in. And that is absolutely huge. Base hit by Andrew McCutchen, leading 2 more Pirate runs.
That is outstanding.
Millage and Cedeno scoring to make it 6-0 Bucks.
You like to get those runners over in scoring position for your money players.
And now, what's to say that Andrew might not take off? Nothing to lose, is there?
No, I think good case that he might be running. Astros thinking along those same lines. Now, if this was back in the days,
you didn't do that kind of thing.
Well, yeah, I was going to say that.
Line drive, base hit up the middle. The Pirates getting the bats going again.
Trying to think back how far you would have to go. I'm going to guess like, somewhere in the mid 80s when things started to turn a little bit. But from that point on, I know, back in your heyday, 6-run lead with 3 innings left, nobody's going to be running.
You didn't run.
But it's different. I think when I first came up, that was talked about a lot. You didn't bunt, didn't run, didn't do a lot of things like that. But I saw it change while I was playing, to where by the time you got into the 90s, it was no holds barred. I mean, there's a certain point you get to that, if you get up to like 7, 8-run lead, the 9-run, but 6 runs, guys are still running.
And there's guys that used to say back in the day, even when I was playing, when you didn't do much of it, you never know how many runs you're going to need. Mostly you heard that from the managers, because they're trying to protect themselves. But yeah, it used to be kind of that code that was in place. So that visited by Red Arnsberg, the pitching coach of the Astros, out to work. And how about this? 17 hits last night, 13 this afternoon, 30 hits in the last 2 games for the Pirates. It's fun to see. And Tabata now 2 for 4, and it brings up Neil Walker. He's 1 for 3. 13 base hits. Lopez getting touched up here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch to Walker, bounce to first. Feliz makes the play, and that'll do it for the Pirates, but they do add on 2 more runs in the bottom of the 6th. Paul Mulholland will go out for the 7th with a 6-0 lead. Update. Starling Marte, a hand injury 2 months ago, had a setback in his recovery, but he is back on track now and possibly returning to action tomorrow. That's our injury update, thanks to our friends at Allegheny General Hospital Sports Medicine, official medical provider of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Well, hopefully he comes back and does well the last month and a half of the minor league season. He's a pretty good prospect.
Yeah, you hate when you're coming up through the system to get any kind of setback. You're making progress, and somebody can go right by you.
Yeah, that's what happens a lot in the minor leagues. You can't stall out ever because somebody's coming up behind. That's really what happened to Neil Walker. He had a very so-so year last year with the bat until the end of the season where he started to come on, but Alvarez was coming hard and lost that third base position.
1-2 now. The pitch just missing outside. How about Steve Pearce? Having injury problems.
Yeah, he had an opportunity this year. It looked like he was going to be one of the group of young guys who were going to get significant playing time. He was playing well. But now, who knows how it's going to work out.
Okay, Paul Maholm needs to keep the train on the track now.
But even when you get past that, if somebody thinks you got to keep your good attitude, because I use Walker as an example. Well, using McGinn as an example, he lost out on his third base job because Alvarez came up and caught him, and now he's an everyday second baseman.
Slicing foul down the right field line.
It's not always bad stuff.
Yeah, you can't.
One door closes, another one might open.
Bourgeois going down the right field line, slicing. Well, I know how this story ends. It's going to be a foul ball. Not by much, maybe a foot. Everybody is over except Angel Sanchez, as Paul Maholm has faced the minimum with the help of 2 double plays. Payoff pitch here in the top of the 7th. Popped up. Boy, what a nice comeback. Extended at bat, but he's going to get the out as Andrews got it measured. Maholm,
he's got some pitchers to work with, so he can have an extended at bat every now and then.
Keppinger, fly out to right, bounced out to second. Curveball missing from Paul.
The win this afternoon, and it's looking pretty good. Is going to bring us to a nice 500 mark right here at home.
That would be nice. Bounced, foul, just foul, just foul. So 2 close calls down the right field line, now down the left field line. Deuce is wild this afternoon. The Pirates with a couple in the 2nd. 2 more in the 4th, 2 more in the 5th, 2 more in the 6th. And Paul Maholm working on a 2-hitter. Deuces. Keep in mind, maybe Deuces Wild down the casino night. John and Jamie Russell hosting a charity casino night. Lexus Club. Extreme foul. Jeff Keppinger working at home plate. John Russell working in the Pirate dugout. He's not thinking about casino night yet.
He's got to just be loving what he's seen from the offense last 2 days.
And what he's seen from Paul Maholm as he gets the 2nd out here in the top of the 7th inning.
With a bunch of youngsters, you never know when maybe something's going to click, and then the offense that you see these last 2 days is going to be the offense that we see a lot of the second half of the season. Could be possible.
Well, we talked about it last night. We were talking about fans' reaction, and a lot of fans thinking that they'd rather watch players of the future rather than players of the past. Well, you could be looking at part of the Pirate future organization, certainly banking on that, hoping for that, expecting that. Dropping in that. That's the old Doug Drabek dropping that curveball to start off an at bat.
That lineup that they put out there yesterday, I was thinking about all that offense. Great ball game, and I think there was only two guys, Cedeno and Millage, that have been in the big leagues, from April to September, a full big league, season from spring training on. Only two guys in the whole lineup that have experienced that.
You're right.
Now, when this is all done, you'll have a few other ones. Jones, McCutcheon, but still, when you're talking about major league experience, there's not much in that everyday lineup for
it's
the
a young
Pirates.
foundation.
Yeah.
Brian McCann's at it again. He was the star for the National League in the All-Star game. He hits a grand slam down in Atlanta to push the Atlanta Braves up 7-1 over the Brewers. Brewers are coming into town for a 4-game set, followed by the Padres. This homestand continuing on through next week. Popped up. How good is Paul Mulholland this afternoon? Not too good. He's 10 good. 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the 7th. And we're going to hang around for God Bless America, as we always do on a Sunday afternoon. But Paul Mulholland has been absolutely brilliant. A 2-hit shutout through 7 innings. Great efficiency, some timely hitting by the Pirates. Nice ball game so far this afternoon.
Well, sure it is. Anytime you get pitching like that, it takes the
Wire down the left field line, as we do every Sunday afternoon as a crowd.
Refueling wing of the United States Air Force. Sergeant Miller has been a member of the U.S. Air Force for 11 years and recently completed a tour of duty in Saudi Arabia in support of Operation Enduring Freedom.
God bless America. Land that I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountain to the prairie, to the ocean, white with
Garrett Jones, Pedro Alvarez, Ryan Domet to face Wilton Lopez, coming on in relief of Sampson. He went 1 inning after relieving Roy Oswalt. Garrett Jones.
The lefty is Tim Burdack. There's the numbers.
New pitcher.
Too bad. Everything is in pretty good shape there. ERA could always be lower, but sometimes with a reliever, it's tough. We've seen that with Hanrahan. You have one bad game and it messes you up for so long because he has been unbelievably dominant. And his ERA, last time I looked, is still just a tad over 4.
Popped up. Sanchez out, Lee in. Lee has the better angle. He makes the play that he should.
Well, Steve, there was a little bit of a battle going on.
Yeah.
The tradition has always been that
this is out of line right here.
Steve Blass, after the 7th inning, he throws out the goodies. What has happened? Look at those guys over there on the radio. What are they doing? You know what this is? This is all about.
It's all about them.
It's all about you.
They're showing me.
They're showing you up there. Yeah.
You come up with a little thing that you like to do, and
right, little tradition. But somebody saved
the boss.
It. The
Mark
boss
Carter,
came in now.
Director of
now the
broadcasting.
fans can be happy.
Yep.
Alvarez
got a base hit. Pedro with his second knock. I want to see what Ryan Domet does here because he has had 3 real good swings. 2 ringing doubles and just barely got under a ball that he would tell you he just barely missed.
He's hitting right-handed though now. This is going to be a little different story. Yeah. He's been scuffling from this side of the plate most of the season. So if he goes up there and bangs one now right-handed, that means something.
He's on it. Yeah, 100-point difference in batting average from this side to the other side. This side is the low number. Starts him off a little hook. 14 base hits this afternoon, following the 17 last night. Not quite the same equation. Last night they had 17 hits and 12 runs. Today it's 14 hits, 6 runs.
What is that, Steve?
That's a soft drink cup on bubble gum.
Aren't you supposed to try and throw a ring around that or something? One of those games. See how you put all that gum?
Oh yeah.
The gum that sticks on there. I'll tell you a little trick
that's a pretty good job there.
I used to do on the hot days like this. I would take the chewing gum, but I'd only put a little pinch on one edge of the cup, and then on the far side, like 12 and 6, I'd put a little chewing gum. Fill the cup up about halfway with water. Go sit down next to somebody in the dugout, up on top of the bench, up high.
Yeah, sitting high.
And then when they would look the other way, I would stick that cup right above their head on the ceiling of the dugout, and then slowly just walk away.
In the hole and through and past Sanchez, base hit. There's Ryan Domet. So he's having a good day. I didn't blister that ball, but the first 3 at bats, he deserves a little seeing eye base hit. Yep. So you were
just a little ground ball that was in the right spot. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Well, what would happen is he would walk away, and it'd take anywhere from 30 seconds to maybe a minute or so, and one of those gums would give away, and then it would tip. And then the other one would in the glass of water right on. But the thing is, it's time delayed. Nobody knows who did it.
Done.
You're off the other end of the dugout. Now a glass of water is dumped on somebody's head. It's not you. You didn't do it. You weren't even over there.
Yeah, all you do, he looks at you, you shrug.
Yeah, like, I don't know, what are you talking about? I'm over here.
Millage 2 for 3. He's been well on the hit parade today. 2 more hits here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
You do so many things in that dugout there.
Well, you pitch once a week, you're bored. Oh. Let's be honest.
got to down in the old dugout in Three Rivers. I used to get the clay off the mound and make pottery, make little cups and saucers and stuff.
Bounce to second. Keppinger, Sanchez, and back to Felice. Easy double play, and that quickly. This little program.
We got enough.
Seven is diffused.
We got enough.
Okay, sounds good. 6 is enough. Folks, cooling off on a hot, sunny Sunday afternoon, but Paul Mahallam stay hot. 2-hit shutout. What a clean line for Paul. Go back to his start against the Cincinnati Reds on May 25th, where he had 7 scoreless innings. He's right there and still trucking. One pitch popped up to right center field, and Miller slides over. 1 pitch, 1 out. Time to check out today's easy-to-use.com minor league connection. How about this program? Take a look. The 10 spot that the Curve puts up in the top of the 9th inning to win 18-15. Longest 9-inning game in franchise history. 4 hours, 33 minutes. That is your basic late inning comeback.
10 in the 9th.
So easy-to-use.com minor league connection. And that is quite a connection.
Who's getting painted up here?
Getting some makeup, late inning makeup. Hired prospect Jorge Hernandez at Altoona. 16-game hitting streak. Extended last night to that level.
Good to see him hitting. He's a fabulous defensive player.
That is an easy-to-use.com connection with minor leagues.
Very easy. Hernandez, we understand, is 0 for 3 today after 5 innings of play. Needs that next hit.
You have that current update. That's got to be computer driven. Line to center field. Andrew coming on, and Andrew has it.
He has it, but I think he may have hurt himself.
Got that ball before it got down on the grass, and he is walking toward the infield.
Yeah, he's it was his throwing arm that I think he hurt.
Well, you know when a player moves that quickly toward the dugout that he knows he's hurt.
shoulder, maybe? Yeah, they're looking at the shoulder. Maybe separated a little bit.
This line drive hit by Felice, sinking.
Yeah, he came down hard on that right shoulder. He might have separated just a little bit.
And now they're not continuing to walk in. Is he trying to sell John Russell into staying in the ball game?
No, I don't think there's any question that he.
Well, it's
the way he walked in, that
it's a spectacular play.
Yeah. A 6-0 ball game.
Unless he kind of scared himself and thought he might have been hurt more than he was.
The Pirates only have 4 outs to go. I think he popped that shoulder a little bit. Is what happened.
Another look at it as he came a long way.
Watch where he lands on the right shoulder. Bang. I am pretty convinced with what we're seeing so far that that's what the problem was. Right?
Bang.
Yeah. Yeah, just 4 outs to get, 6-0 ball game, and I think he might have popped it open just a little, so he's going to take it in. I mean, he's one of our main guys for sure. You don't want to take any chances with him.
So we shake up the whole Pirate outfield defense. If Church comes in to play right, Millage goes over to left, Tabata goes over to center.
Millage coming in to get some sunglasses. A left fielder in the afternoon here at PNC. It's going to be a pretty tough sun field. The sun starts to get a little bit low in the west.
Well, we'll hope it's nothing serious for Andrew. So we'll know more when we know more, and we'll pass it on if we get that information before the end of the ball game. And Paul Mahalam, the beneficiary of that real nice running catch by Andrew, 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. Still facing the minimum number of batters. Nice curveball dropped in. But it's sometimes hard to explain about a pitcher. He's just kind of in a rocking chair right now, throwing the pitches he wants, when he wants them, where he wants them.
And that's what it's all about. Going to strike one with the curveball. Now he's going to take it out of the strike zone, see if he'll swing at it. You do. You know, now the whole world's opened up to him. He can do anything he wants. Fastball upstairs, maybe a little in.
Fun to watch.
Or he can try to throw that curveball even a little more out of the strike zone.
You want to chase a low one? We can throw a lower.
I'll put it on the plate, see what you do with it. I mean, it's a lot of fun when you're pitching and the ball's going wherever you want.
Chop foul.
Staying with that hook to Johnson.
Paul Mahalam has 1 career shutout. April 24th, 2007 against who?
I don't know. I was just going to throw a name out there.
How about throwing out the Houston Astros?
The Astros? Oh, okay.
Softly hit into left field, and this one's going to drop in. Sounded like a broken bat off the swing of Chris Johnson. Falls in front of Lastings Millage.
Well, he slowed down the bat a bunch with all those breaking balls, and then he zipped the fastball on the inside half of the plate, and it was able to get in on him. But that's pitching. We talked about this yesterday about the timing. It's you know, one way or another, you got to try and send that bat. You try to slow it down by throwing all the soft stuff early, and then go hard, or you try to speed the bat up by starting him off hard stuff inside. Now he's got to react to that. Try swinging a little bit sooner. Now you go slow on him. It's just one way or another, back and forth. And when you can throw the ball where you want, that makes that job real easy.
Keeping batters off balance so they don't have that power swing where they're driving the ball. have him out in front a little bit, have him a little tardy, a little early, a little late. Ball and a strike now to Sanchez. He's been a problem for Paul. 2 for 2. Astros have just 3 hits. Well, he's working off that great start against Milwaukee last time out when he went 7 innings, just giving up 3 hits and 2 runs. That was a very impressive start. Came away with a no decision in that start. It was his last start before the break. Three and 1 now to the Astros shortstop. 3 and 2. Johnson will be off of the pitch. There he goes. Line foul down the right field line. 16,638 the announced attendance here on a Sunday afternoon after the sellout last night. And they're not seeing as much action, but they're seeing a really well played ball game by the Pirates this afternoon. And that all starts with the pitcher. Strike 3 call. Paul Mulholland can do no wrong as he puts up another 0 here in the top of the 8th inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th as Paul Mulholland continues to deal. This his first strikeout of the afternoon, and he's up 6-0, and he'll take that lead at least into the 9th.
To you by our friends at Aspen Dental. It's been all Paul Mulholland today, and he's kept a grin on our face for 9 innings. Just out there making it look easy. I guess 8 innings, getting ahead of myself a little bit. A lot of ground balls, and that's one of the reasons he's been so efficient. There you see a double play. And definitely is having a special afternoon. As I said, making everybody smile. Again, brought to you by our friends at Aspen Dental. Look at that, 12 groundouts, 11 flyouts,
distribution.
1 strikeout.
That strikeout coming against the last batter faced in the 8th.
Fair to everybody. Fair to everybody.
Yep.
Take care of the outfielders, infielders.
Ronnie Cedeno working on a perfect day. 2 doubles and a single. 3 for 3 as Casey Dago, the new Houston pitcher, deals a 1-0 pitch. Ronnie, base hit maybe to left field. Yep. Carlos Lee going to chase it down, but that one.
There's that life on his bat again. He shows us every now and then.
Just drills it.
The physical skills are all there to be an exceptional baseball player.
He just doesn't wait around. I mean, there's been nothing cheap about this program for him. So Ryan Domet Cedeno really sparking this offense behind Paul Mulholland. Boy, it's seen a lot of nice things this afternoon. That ball went a long way. I mean, that's a big part of the ballpark. It's out toward the 410 sign.
Yeah, that ball probably traveled pretty close to 400 feet.
And on a line, on a string. Now, Paul, you can go ahead and pull this ball if you want to, but just don't strain yourself.
Go ahead and strike out if he wants to right now.
His
job is,
as a pitcher, you want to swing the bat. Come on.
Yeah, but I mean, in the big scheme of things, it doesn't matter what he does here.
No.
His job is to nail that shutout down. Oh, I agree with you. I can remember as an Atlanta Brave, I was told to go to the mound and go to the plate and strike out. It was. I hated it. It was a similar situation, having a nice, easy game, and they're like, just go up there and strike out. Do not swing. I worked him to a 3-2 count without swinging before I went down looking. I can remember thinking, well, what if this is a ball? Should I swing at it and miss?
Yeah, that goes against everything you've known about baseball since you were 8 years old.
Yeah. But guys like Rick Russell, Big Daddy right now, there's no way he'd be swinging. No way. There's some guys that they were just going to go up, they'll take their 3 strikes, go back, work on that shutout. And Big Daddy's a pretty good hitter, too.
Yes, he was.
Very good hitter. Now, if that was a tying run or winning run out there, Big Daddy's going to knock it into the outfield somewhere. He was very quiet, didn't say a whole lot in that clubhouse, but when he did say something to a group or even just an individual, boy, you shut up and you listen.
Yep. Yeah, he's great pro.
Very, very well respected by his teammates.
Yep. Still a lot of respect. He's part of our alumni, big part of our alumni, and we're going to see him tomorrow. He's done a lot of good things for a lot of people, and you're right. When he says something, he doesn't talk much, but he's got something to say.
Right.
Paul goes to a full count. Maybe he's got that same theory that I guess he swung at something. You didn't swing at anything.
Yeah, he fouled one off. No, Paul's looking to get a base hit. That's what Paul's looking to do. He's taking this at bat like you would.
Yeah, can't turn it off. Didn't get all of that one. This has been a great afternoon for him.
He's got some pretty white gloves on, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Afraid to get a little pine tar or something on one of them.
That might be a couple of his golf clubs. You know, he's a pretty serious golfer. That may be Titleist gloves. Dago ready, payoff pitch. Fouled off again, making him work.
He's even choking up on the bat a little bit. He is very serious about this AB. He wants a hit.
Well, he never likes to hear that Zach Duke is a better hitter than him.
Adidas.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, I'm thinking maybe Lincoln might be better than all of them.
He looks like a hitter when he goes up there. Another payoff pitch. Got him. All right, we got big doings coming up. Saturday, the Bucks battle the San Diego Padres at 7:05 after the game. Don't miss rock legends Steve Miller Band in a post-game concert live from the PNC Park field. They'll be playing all their hits, including Abracadabra, Fly Like an Eagle. I'm trying to listen to music at the same time. And more. But wait, there's more.
You're going to sing along?
Oh, yeah, I will be. Yep. For tickets, visit Pirates.com. Steve Miller next Saturday night or Friday night. What night is it, Dash? Saturday, that's what I thought. Ryan Church.
A Looney.
Left field Looney, you can tell by the shirt. Ross Morgan, be very proud. Ross is the originator and the head man of the left field Loonies. They're not charter members, but they really could be. One out, Cedeno with his 4-for-4 day out on second base. Ryan Church is first at bat, and he'll take a strike on the outside corner. Brewers coming to town tomorrow night. Tim Nevert's going to be back with you. Oh, and 2 to Ryan. Take the long look at that ball downstairs. Pirates 6 runs on 16 hits. Astros no runs on 3 hits.
What was it yesterday? 17?
17 hits, 12 runs.
And I think that was the most hits since last of May.
Yep.
And now come back with a 16 spot today.
Split finger fastball grip, that can be always changed in the glove. You don't always get what you initially see with that grip. You're changing right now. Line to left field, base hit. Score another Pirate run, and they add on as Ryan Church delivers, and he's going to go for 2, and he is going to be in there. Nice job by Ryan Church coming off the bench to add on.
17 hits.
Cedeno scores, so they matched last night's total.
Now how long it's been since we've had 18?
I have no idea.
Neither do I, but I'd like to find out. And a base hit will do that. The Gypsies will have the computers humming.
Yep, down in the air-conditioned truck, working feverishly. You can't work feverishly if there's air conditioning.
They're in a trailer. They're not in a truck. Trailer.
Is that important to make that?
Yes.
Okay. Ball gets away, and the Pirates keep on moving around the base paths. Ryan Church moving over to third base.
Fastball just tailed well inside.
I'll tell you, I'm looking at the scorecard, and when I looked at the 6, 7, 8 spots for the Pirates, Domet, 3 hits. Lastings Millage, 2 hits. Cedeno, 4 hits. Pretty impressive stuff. Line down the left field line. Fair ball. Fair ball. Tabata with his 3rd hit. Another Pirate 2-base hit.
That ball just ripped down the line. Not a cheapie, not a flare. Just smoked it. The ball was off-speed pitch down and in. He just drops the head of the bat right to the baseball. Beautifully done. They hit it so hard it didn't have time to hook. That ball should have hooked foul, but
got out there too quick.
Yeah, he hit it through the hook.
There's your 18th hit.
That was last May. We had 18 hits in Chicago.
Neck soreness for Andrew McCutchen. Evaluations continuing. So I'm kind of twisting his neck a little bit. So maybe some shoulder, some.
Yeah, I think that
he certainly bumped the shoulder for sure.
The way he got up, he had his right arm kind of pinned to his. Was giving me his body, and I think that's
that's an indication sometimes, and we're just not fooling around with this, but that can be a broken collarbone too. I've seen guys with collarbone issues. They'll bring that arm right in to protect it. But again,
well, let's hope that's
we're
I don't think that
we don't want to get ahead of ourselves in any category. Just appreciate the effort and the catch he made, and hope that he's back
beautiful
out there.
Scoreboard.
Yes.
Appreciate that today.
Still just 1 out. Bottom of the 8th. Pirates have added on. Neil Walker on the hit parade, as is every Pirate in the lineup except for Paul Mahalam. Neil singled back in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 4.
I'll take the shutout. Sitting back in the shade. Got it made in the shade.
Lazing on a summer afternoon.
Ronnie, he's made in the shade.
Great afternoon for the Pirates shortstop. 4 for 4.
The players are going to really be enjoying this little evening off. Maybe a chance to fire up a grill. You don't get to do that very often as a big league player. Not a lot of evenings off at home.
Yeah, that's kind of a treat. Yeah, from the middle of February.
It just doesn't happen very often.
Lady Baseball owns you.
And when you got a couple of games like this leading into that evening off,
makes that steak taste better. Whatever you put on the grill, some chicken, whatever it is, put a lot on there. Fair ball off the foot of Felice, perhaps off the umpire, and the Pirates are going to add on another one as Neil Walker gets the base hit, and the RBI as Tabata comes around.
Everything going our way right now. And do no wrong. Here's the replay of that ball. You think it got him in the foot, or did he throw it off the glove? No, I think it was glove. Yeah, that was off the glove.
And he got a piece of John Hirschbeck.
Now time to check out today's Coors Cold Hard Blast. Take a look at Garrett Jones hitting one well up into the right field bleachers. First Pence lost it, and Garrett Jones lost it. That's the Cold Hard Blast, brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
So you talk about ending a streak of 7 straight losses against anybody, and then 7 straight against the Houston Astros. The Pirates get a little revenge late in the weekend. Looking for this series. Take 2 out of 3. You'll take that every time. You win a bunch of
sure would be nice. I mean, I'm not going to make any assumptions about this homestand, but it looks like we got a chance to have a real good start to the second half of 10 games here at home. Let's just say we do get off to a real good start and we win 6 or 7 of these first 10. Wouldn't it be nice to figure out why this team is so different at home and on the road?
I certainly don't have an answer, but I'd love to.
Yeah, just
have to deal with the question.
It's just Jekyll and Hyde.
The way the Brewers in Atlanta this afternoon, they're trailing, I think it's 8-3 in the 6th inning.
Well, John Russell, he would love to have that answer too.
Deal with that question.
Why the team was only 3 outs away from having a 500 road record, home record, but miserable season out in that gray uniforms.
People used to ask me, "What's the difference pitching at home on the road?" I said, "I don't know. I don't know a difference. I know difference in people I'm pitching against wherever they are, whether they're home or I know the hitters.
No difference at all, really.
Yeah.
You know, the first inning is the only thing that's kind of a little different. You go from the mound out there and get a drink and go right to the mound, or do you get to go in and sit and watch the other guy? For 3 outs, I don't know.
That shouldn't be a factor.
No, it's not. It really isn't.
Yeah, they play more into that than there is, I think. Ball fouled away. Garrett Jones getting his money's worth.
I liked getting out there right away. I liked being at home where I went and warmed up, came in, got the drink of water, and then everyone, okay, let's go run on the field and start the game. But, at
You don't mind sitting there if they're scoring a bunch of runs for you.
Yeah, that's what I always thought about. Well, you know, if we have a 1, 2, 3 inning, fine, I get to go out there and get working right away. But if we have a long inning, well, that's great too. So it really isn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, the subjective analysis sometimes is so much overdone. You know, the subtleties that you might not be able to prove either way. And they beat it to death at times. You know, unanswerable questions.
From a team standpoint, it's, you know, it's an advantage to be able to hit last.
Yeah.
But from a pitching standpoint, to actually getting hitters out makes no difference. 3 outs, half an inning.
If it does make a difference, then you're not locked in enough.
Okay.
If you're starting to think about that stuff. Let's take a look at the Toyota road ahead. Brought to you by your Western Pennsylvania Toyota dealers. A lot of home action the second half of this season. Milwaukee, as you see, coming in San Diego, out to Colorado and St. Louis, and then back home, Cincinnati and Colorado. So you're going to see a lot of the Rockies. There's a pitching change. The Columbia Gas 811 call to the pen has been made. We'll tell you all about that when the program returns right after this. Houston Astros make a pitching change. The road ahead, brought to you by Toyota. Well, here's the pitching matchups. Chris Capuano against Carsons, and it's Bush against Lincoln, Wolf against Duke, Gallardo against Ollendorf. 3-4-7-0-5 starts.
Ollendorf, can't wait to get out there. You can't wait for Thursday to get here after yesterday's game. You know how a mindset is of a starter. It just
seems forever.
If you have a good one like what we're seeing today out of Mulholland, boy, you want it to last a while. Just seeing numbers on the year, opponents batting almost an even 300 off of it.
Saw him last night. By the way, airtime 6:30 for those 4 straight night games. Or pregame. Pedro 2 for 4. Having a good afternoon, as are most of the Pirates.
The batting average is creeping up there. 237 now. And the thing that's just really encouraging, besides the stats, is the fact that you're not seeing so many no-contact swings.
Yeah, the wild swings, something crazy.
Where he just wasn't making any contact. No foul balls, and really early on there was even some fastballs that were right down the middle that he was swinging right through. Wasn't even getting a piece of. Those have starting to disappear. And when he swings now, unless it is a pitch way out of the strike zone, he's at least fouling it off. He's getting a better handle on what everybody's throwing, how they're going to pitch him.
You wonder if some of that was nerves, and you got to be excited to be here.
Yeah, I think it was.
Still one out, bottom of the 8th. Pirates continuing to hit. They put 3 on the board so far here in the bottom of the 8th. Lined, but just a little out in front. And that fan that reached out for that ball, probably glad he didn't get a lot of his hands on it. That would have hurt. Well, he got the glove.
And he got the ball.
Yeah, that's the way. Shouldn't have worked that way.
Yeah.
Everybody wins.
He's showing there why he didn't catch the ball. Hit here, hit there. That was a rocket.
Now Castro out talking to Dago, saying maybe we should try something else. Oh no! And she's giving him the business for not making that catch.
Yeah.
That's somewhat harsh. We are up 9-0.
You know, it looks like a new glove too. You know how those are. They're a little stiff. Ball might not have stuck.
No, that doesn't play.
No,
no, that glove is decent. He botched it. Got him on the hook. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 8th.
You know, there's the swing and the miss on the ball that's out of the strike zone. Those, you know, that's going to happen. You just, early on, you had a lot of swings and misses on strikes, and that, I think, was a little alarming, but those are gone now.
Wow, 7 years ago, last time we had a game with 7 doubles against the Devil Rays, the then Devil Rays. Another AB for Ryan Domit. He's had himself a day. Two doubles and a flyout, batting left-handed, and then a single batting right-handed. Paul Mulholland probably sitting in there on the bench and say, all right, that's the let me get back out there.
Yeah, he's probably hoping for an out.
Little pop-up Keppinger in back of second base will take care of that, and the out is recorded, and the bottom of the 8th ends with the Pirates putting up a 3 spot. They add it on. They lead at 9-0. Paul Mulholland going out to try for the shutout. Shutout attempt, and it was recorded against the Houston Astros. Complete game shutout, April 24, 2007. Check the catcher out, Ronnie Polino. And Paul, 3 outs away from his second complete game shutout. He's had a total of 3 complete games, so.
Yeah, not a lot of handshaking there from players that are still around.
You got that right. Humberto Quintero pinch hitting for the Astros. Top of the ninth. Pirates looking for 3 outs. A lot of strikes. Paul Mulholland has been strong since pitch number 1. This will be his 94th pitch. Changeup. Line softly to Pedro Alvarez.
Let's take a look at In Case You Missed It, brought to you by Mazda. Taking a look around the major leagues, what has happened. Andy Pettit left start today in the 3rd inning, strained groin. Chipper Jones, left hamstring. He missed his 2nd straight game. Peralta, 3-run inside the park home run. Wow, after Rayburn crashed through the bullpen door.
Because he's not going to be able to make a play on that.
Well, yeah, that'll help you with the inside the park home run. Going through the bullpen door.
Yeah, and Kenny Maka not happy with all the Brewers getting hit, so he's complaining to Bruce Fremming, who is a umpire supervisor. Line drive to Cedeno. It's your day, Paul. It is your day. 2 quick outs in the 9th inning. Can he keep it under 100? That's really the only question left to be answered.
Yeah, it was sitting on 96. Had 3 pitches to get this out.
Bourgeois. Folks on their feet. Drops that curveball again.
You're about to go 2-0 as a promo reader.
Yep. Tell Tim not to miss tomorrow night's game. I might retire after this. Changeup, picking up the outside corner. Put some frosting on the cake here, Mr. Paul.
Number 99. We got to have an out right now.
Coming up.
This pitch. End it.
Chopped outside the line. Well, you know, wouldn't it be kind of neat, though, to have it finish right at 100? Right on the number.
Yeah.
Would have been better under. You're right.
Yeah,
under's better. I'll take the under. 0-2. Exaggerated changeup. Now, you hear that phrase when they telegraph a changeup? Oh, that was telegraphed.
I think that might be old school telegraph. What would be like a good modern communication?
He twittered it.
He twittered that changeup. Very good, Steve.
How about that? I'm all over it.
Wow.
Chop foul again.
He twittered that changeup.
Yeah,
I like it a lot.
Read more on the blog. Or if you put a book on your face or whatever they call that other thing. Facebook, that's it.
Either way.
Chopped to short. Cedeno misses. The glove came up. The ball stayed down.
Ronnie.
He's had such a great day.
Ronnie. This would have been game over if we were still over at Three Rivers playing on the AstroTurf. But didn't happen.
Well, don't be devastated. We're going to be okay, folks. We're going to be okay.
In the old days on the AstroTurf, all shortstops really were one-handed players.
Yep.
You made that play one-handed all the time.
On
Another
the hole,
shot at it.
Strong throw in the pick. There, the redeemer by Ronnie Cedeno. Nicely done. Nicely done by Ronnie. Everybody, especially the Pirates starter. And a good time was had by all.
You know what? I like the way they ended it that way than that routine ball. I like that a lot, Ronnie.
Yep. And so this crowd of 16,000 plus getting a nice ball game. Nice, well-done ball game served up to them on a Sunday afternoon.
Here it is again. Take a look at the last out. Ronnie gets... You know, he's feeling bad right now. And then the ball's going in the hole. He had a long way to go. Look at that arm of his again. He really does have a lot of physical tools.
Yeah, he's a stronger young man. He's not built like a strong man, but he can hit the ball. And to get that much mustard across the infield, that's pretty nice stuff. So, Ronnie the Redeemer. helping out
Stephen,
Paul Mahal.
We've talked about getting off to a good start, and now we got a 2 out of 3. Got to keep it rolling now against the Brewers.
Yeah, that'll do it for today's game coverage. Our next broadcast, Pirates Baseball on FSN Pittsburgh, will be tomorrow night as the homestand continues from right here at PNC Park with the first of 3 with the Milwaukee Brewers. Pitching matchup, Chris Capuano 0-1 against Jeff Carson's 2-4. Drip Total Media Pirates pregame begins our coverage at 6:30. Then Tim Nevern and John Wayner have the call for you at 7 o'clock right here on FSN Pittsburgh, bringing the game to you. So again, our final score, Pirates win it 9-0. My partner, Bob Walk, our entire FSN crew, Steve Blass. Good night.